Welcome to the biggest free expansion that ever came to the already free game Warframe, the Duviri Paradox. Okay, so if you've never played Warframe until now, or have left this game for a while, as you can imagine from such an ambitious expansion, it really is a perfect time right now to try this game out, as it completely transforms it into something brand new that hasn't been done before by these developers. The Duviri Paradox gives us a look at what a Warframe roguelike, time-looping open world experience is like, and it actually does it wonderfully well. Upon exploring and getting to know the basics of this expansion, I was really surprised how in-depth this new world and this new story is. Not only this, but it also makes Warframe accessible to everyone, because this expansion is something completely different from the original experience, and right when you download the game, you can jump into the Duviri Paradox. At its core though, Warframe is an award-winning cooperative third-person looter shooter that is set to push the limits with frenetic and visceral combat and epic adventures set in a constantly evolving and expanding sci-fi universe. As you can see on screen, this Duviri Paradox is pretty different from the main game. For the many hours that I had with it, I was able to see how much care was put into this, like its detailed combat, its immense alive open world, and its quest, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. I could now understand why Digital Extremes, the developers, wanted everyone to know about it. They recently reached out to me and wanted to sponsor this video that you're seeing right now, and as with every sponsor on this channel, you guys know that I only do this on games that are truly worth it. This Duviri Paradox expansion is 100% worth sharing, not only because it is well made, but because it's all for free and available now on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and Nintendo Switch. If throughout this video you feel like this game is right up your alley, well, every single one of you can sign up for free and join me in playing Warframe using my sign up link right below this video. The devs also gave me a unique promo code that will give you a premium bonus starter kit that can only be claimed once per player and can be redeemed in-game via the Orbiter console or through Warframe's website. It's pretty surprising how well this game has evolved over the years of its existence, since I think 2013, and how it is still alive to this day. It's getting even more players than before, so I don't think Warframe is dying anytime soon. Now let's get right away into this expansion and what you're getting into here. When I started the Duviri Paradox, I was first greeted with its main story quest that gives players a peek at what this expansion is all about. At its core, the story is about the drifter who's trapped in this Duviri world, suspended in a never-ending cycle of life, death, and rebirth, for the entertainment of the Mad King Dominus Trax. When all hope feels lost, an unexpected arrival and the reappearance of friends both old and new may finally spell the answer to escape the paradox, it is said. You and your mount, that's called a Kate, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, well, you and your mount have to roam this world and change its fate and eventually take into the skies with it. You can fully customize your cave with different colors or alter its appearance with different tails or pedigrees that fit your drifter's equestrian style. But keep in mind that you're only a drifter as of starting this expansion. You lack the power of a Warframe and must fight on your own to survive inside this landscape. You'll need to master new weapons and intrinsics unique to the drifter to find an edge against the forces of the Mad King. In the Duviri, there are both decrees and intrinsics. Decrees are things that you can unlock by completing tasks which will then affect your gameplay experience for the loop that you're in, while intrinsics are carried forward between loops, allowing you to unlock improved drifter powers and abilities, or make permanent upgrades to help you in combat, in riding, opportunity, and endurance. Talking about this open world now, well, it is pretty massive. This Duviri world is said to be home to a tyrant whose moods are made manifest in the landscape. Depending on Dominus Trax's outlook, Duviri will appear differently, painting the swirling skies a poisonous green shade for envy, or unleashing a wrathful red firestorm in anger. And there's more moods as well. Each mood is its own cycle, with enemies behaving and attacking differently depending on the mood, which is a pretty surprising feature that I've never really seen in other games before. It gives a lot more replayability than if it was the same world over and over again. Each enemies now act completely different than before, and so you have to change your attacks and strategies, because you could die pretty fast. Actually, this pretty much coincides with the spiral stories. In Duviri, time does not simply simply come and go, but loops to create an endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. These cycles are known as spirals, and are what makes this expansion truly stand out. As you can see in game, each spiral has a mood determined by dominus tracks, from anger, happiness, envy, sorrow to calm. These moods can change everything from the stories and objectives you encounter to the type of damage enemies can inflict, and each time the drifter dies, which is yourself, you are greeted by a vision of dominus tracks who demands they repeat the loop. Each spiral gives you different opportunities but also different dangers, and during one of these spirals you can complete objectives and side activities to gain decrees, which improve your power in that spiral and strengthen your playstyle. Now if you feel like you want to do more than exploring, well, you can put your Warframe to the test in what is said to be challenging new ways in the circuit. The circuit is a new endless game mode unique to the Duviri paradox that shakes up traditional Warframe gameplay by combining familiar mission types that changes every round, with new Duviri combat tilesets filled with familiar and new enemies, and the ability to earn decrees to further increase your drifter and your Warframe's power. Each mode in this expansion offers something new and different than the other. It's always been about coming back to this game without it feeling old, and the developers do not plan on stopping updates anytime soon. So again guys, if you're interested in the Duviri paradox, make sure you click my sign up link in the description below and use my promo code as well to receive a bonus starter kit. This game has been really impressing me the last couple of months at least. There's been a massive ton of expansions, and this one being the biggest one, it's a really surprising one. It's actually really good. There's a massive world to explore and tons of new gameplay features, and I've got to play co-op with some people online, and it was really great. Even though I played the story and completely in single player, it just feels great to play with others in co-op. It's just a completely different experience, so you have two different experiences with single player and co-op. One little complaint or a bit of criticism for this expansion is maybe the lack of different enemies to fight. I feel like maybe I'm always fighting the same enemies. It does feel good, but I feel if they would add more types of enemies, it would be awesome. If you guys would like to see more of this game in the future, make sure you like the video right now and of course subscribe to stay tuned.